Why should this film be any different, with both teasers by the time of viewing the theatrical advert in the pre-shows of Kung Fu Panda 3? This final moment convinced me on chancing the film in the following month. Anthropomorphic animation dates its origin to the earliest of cartoons. As technology and skills improve, adaptations advance. 1976 brings a large variety of animals into Robin Hood, an achievement of animalized anatomy and behavior. More anthropomorphic films come to life. Primarily in the child-friendly demographic, Disney made me a fan with the beloved New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh and the golden deeds of Robin Hood himself. Nintendo also contributes with Ashura Ido's expertly drawn Star Fox comics. Reminiscent to the family-friendly adherence Nintendo is known for. The next arrival of an anthropomorphic film is Chicken Little, a laugh-out-loud film I fail in hating upon. 3 years later, Kung Fu Panda launches in resounding excess. Fantastic Mr. Fox debuts a year later in mesmerizing fashion. 2012, Mamoru Hosoda's Wolf Children rises to elite status, merging the psychology of human and beast. More films to mingle amongst the genre. Humanized anthros for the appeal to a child, ignoring the bestial psychology. It's assuring that it won't attain any sort of dominance, rise above history, to achieve my crave for an animalistic movie.
Are you okay? The Zootopia I know is better than this. We don't just blindly assign blame.
Are you afraid of me? Do you think I might go nuts? You think I might go savage? You think I might try to eat you?
My child, we may be evolved, but deep down, we are still animals.
If the world's only gonna see a fox as shifty and untrustworthy, there's no point in trying to be anything else.
It's a rarity for a film to exceed expectations. But the moment Judy is introduced to the city, the scale, the detail, the habitual architecture altered my doubts. A film abandoning each convention, my conditioning to the tropes breaking all expectations. I wanted this movie, years before its inception. Going strong, 8 years in genre-defining nature. I speculate on what the sequel will bring, 1 year from today. The conflict has yet to flesh out its scaled exterior. Theoretically, my mind zeroes in on the new undercover role that Nick and Judy adopt. When analyzing the buddy cop genre, my mentality transitions to depictions of crime, police, and law enforcement. A desirable subject is that of fugitives. I visualize our duo exposed and framed while undercover, driving them out of the city to escape conviction. Outsmarting the ZPD, Judy learns from Nick on furtive evasion. Judy reciprocates on wild resourcefulness. From this point, the escapades have exclusive alliance in each other, interpreting the pressuring loss of their livelihood and reputation. Naturally, among the Wildes, it's the ordeal point of the film. Even when unrecognized in name, the adept mind of filmography identifies. From the dumpster to the incinerator of Toy Story 3, the transitioning execution into the hunt of wolfwalkers, Judy turning herbivore against carnivore, and ultimately breaking Nick.
I knew it.
In perception, it is there, amongst the rural frontier, the duo find their revelation. plot a return to Zootopia and acquitting the accusations. Fate having forced them outward deepens their relationship, ironically empowering a new magnitude. In the climax of Judy turning the city against itself, I did not see it coming, let alone explore and really put it into thought before now. To this day, I encounter people with their own prejudice and misconception of the furry fandom. But now, Zootopia is absolute proof and comparable in a modern concept. My friends, my colleagues acknowledge my fascination with the anthropomorphic characters and my neglectful adherence of utilizing the human species. Within society, the stigma is relevant and heavily misunderstood. I know people I genuinely care about who make this mistake. My own reality is removing the human influence to the fullest extent within media. This is the reason I love anthropomorphic characters and depictions so passionately. I adore animals and have associated with them from my earliest of memories. By prospectively viewing their fantastical realms, I experience species dysphoria. I cannot make a comparable analysis when visualizing my human perspective. When looking into the retroactive past of Zootopia's inception and into its miraculous conception, the film originally cast Nick as the protagonist in a heavily segregated world without mankind, but fully embracing racial delusion. I'm in strategic reassurance that Disney Animation made the right choice. The original draft would have alienated children from the bright, empowering films of the era. Hypothetically, it would have been a loss. It would have landed Zootopia within a major niche, reminiscent to one-hit wonders of cult followings, such as The Black Cauldron. The history determines a genuine level of certainty. I adore this conceptual draft. This would have been the Black Sheep or the Majora's Mask of 2010 films. Nintendo conceptualized aliens for Breath of the Wild. The animation studio delved into deep racial tensions at the beginning of production. If this pair of masterpieces could not exist without these drafts, the ends justify the means. With the year ahead leading to the launch of Zootopia 2, we await our first teaser, speculate on marketing initiative, and approach our final 365 sunrises. Be ready for the next rated exploited endeavor. If retaining an insatiable appetite for Zootopia, I have multiple videos covering both films and the Disney Plus series. Two are linked directly in the video's conclusion. Like for the year-to-date launch of the sequel. Subscribe for the 800.